Hello everyone and welcome to a special episode of Range Podcast. My name is Davey Rose and today we have a very special guest, Kaylee.
Hello.
So, Kaylee,
Yes.
Quick question. How long have you been in Dubai so far?
I would say on and off about 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you find it?
Well, I wouldn't come back for the second round, would I?
True.
No,
Fair enough.
I do. I love Dubai. Dubai it opens up doors of opportunities. It's been very good to me and everyone that I know that comes here loves it, so.
Great. So, for those of you who don't know, Kaylee is a new member of Range, okay? She is a villa community specialist. She's been with us for around 4 to 5 months now.
Yeah.
And how do you find working at Range?
I love Range, to be honest with you, and I know I'm not being paid to say that. But when I came back to Dubai for the second time, I came with baggage. I came with a son. Mm-hmm. So trying to get into real estate and to have a full-time job whilst being a mom, I needed the flexibility, which Range gave me, and I would not have found that with any other agency within Dubai, because it is a fast-paced, all hours, all day job. But I do have the flexibility with Range, and they're a fantastic company. Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yes, you are.
Well, we're very lucky to have you part of our team.
Thank you.
And one of the other reasons why I wanted to bring you on here is I wanted to get your insight and your opinion on how you think, being obviously working in real estate for quite a long while now, how you think the market has changed in the last, let's say
Since I came back?
Yeah, since you came back.
Drastically.
Okay.
Obviously, things I think personally are still on the high. Like everything is the prices have gone ridiculous for the properties. Like it's amazing what people are purchasing properties for and selling them for. But I think for me, there's obviously a lot more people here. Things were still really fast paced. I think at that point, March that year, I think that was the highest transaction month in years. Back then, and things have just escalated since then. Being back this time, I'm just like flabbergasted at how fast the things are going. The sales, I've never seen stock move as fast as it does. And that's just personally me. So getting my stock on, and you've got to build your list. Once I've got it on, you can guarantee within a few weeks or whatever it's gone. So it is.
Yeah, it's the supply and demand, isn't it?
Yeah, massively.
Like I know that's why I think for Range and other real estate companies as well, but us, we're particularly focusing on the next 12 to 18 months because there's been a lot of off-plan that have been in development and which are coming up to their completion date.
Yeah, there's quite a lot that's completing at the end of this year and next year.
Loads. And that's where the supply and demand comes in. So in terms of like the population in Dubai, I know that I see a statistic the other day. It was like 1.4% increase every year.
Jesus. I think I saw that. Yeah, there was something about 7,000 people a month.
That's a lot of people, isn't it?
That's a lot of people.
And that's not just people coming here to like visit. That's people moving their lives, becoming a resident here, and actually looking for properties. And that's where we need to sort of target in terms of there's 7,000 people that are moving over to Dubai. 7,000 people.
They need somewhere to live.
They need somewhere to live, right? So that's the sort of market that we're trying to tackle. And them kind of people that are moving over to live, they need secondary market.
And we need their phone numbers.
And we need their phone numbers. We do. We do. But so in terms of someone that is looking to purchase a property from, let's just say, the UK, what advice would you give them on how to purchase a property?
You need to start with getting yourself a good agency for a start, so Range. And I think you need to understand the Dubai market. The market doesn't work the same in the UK. I have a lot of UK buyers who have missed out on things because they think it's the same pace. Although it's still faster in the UK, it's nothing compared to here. And you need to make sure you know what you're looking for. So do you want a villa community? Do you want an apartment? In Dubai, every single community, every single area is a lifestyle. So it depends on what lifestyle you want. So but you need a good agent, definitely.
Absolutely. And I think as you said about the areas, every area is unique. So if you're looking for an apartment and you're looking to move there with your family, a family-oriented apartment area, like the Marina.
Dubai Hills.
Let's say. Dubai Hills, that also has...
My area.
Your area. And then if you're looking to move into a villa, you've got loads of villa communities like Dubai Hills, like Arabian Ranches, like Damak Hills, like Tilal. Every single villa community is different and unique in its own way. They all offer their own unique amenities. And even if you're not looking to move over here, you're just looking to invest.
Investment,
So, I mean, even investing in villa communities are very, very lucrative.
Yeah. Your return on investment is huge. And I think, apartments and villas as well. So I think sometimes, like in the UK, majority houses, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Whereas here, whether you've got an apartment or a villa, it doesn't matter, because if you're going to short-term let it, you're going to make a lot of money. Yeah. If you rent it out yearly, you're going to make a lot of money. And if you buy something and flip it or sell it or whatever, but you're going to make money. Yep. It's just, picking the right area for the right audience that you want to sell to.
And that's where you need the right agent.
Yeah, exactly.
To give you that right advice.
Yeah.
Like you.
Talking about investments and stuff like that. So from your point of view, living with a family, obviously I do as well, but you guys are in a villa community and stuff like that. How are you finding that?
Well, I mean, I live in a villa community, and I love living in a villa community. Yeah. I think it all comes down to what you want as an individual. Yeah. I mean, from my perspective, my wife's perspective, and having our kids in mind, we prefer to live in a villa community. Yeah. I have a dog as well, so I need a garden, And the villa communities are set slightly out from the busy city centrals. Yeah. City centrals.
And schools as well, isn't it? So a lot of the villa communities, they tend to have schools either really close by or actually in the developments, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Like Arabian Ranches has Ranches School. Yeah. Tilal Al Gaf has RGS, I think it is.
Dubai Hills as well, they've got
Dubai Hills, yep. So, I mean, in terms of starting a family or having a family, relocating over with your family, if the kids are still in school, then I would highly recommend going to a villa community.
Which I need to do soon for Zach.
Which you need to do soon. But yeah, I mean, in terms of my personal opinion, I love living in a villa community.
Yeah, it is. It's great, isn't it? Right, so obviously I'm asking you, do you feel like I'm questioning you?
No, I'm fine, okay.
So an influx of people obviously is happening every month, as we said, like 7,000 people. Why do you think that is?
I just think it's what Dubai offers. Yeah. In terms of the quality of life, the weather, tax-free living, the amount of money that you can make here, it's endless opportunities.
That's 15 billionaires, isn't there, that have moved here recently or something
15 billionaires,
15?
That have moved here.
We need their numbers too.
We do need their numbers. I'd even take I think it was 260 millionaires that have moved here this year. I'd even take theirs.
I'd do the data in a day.
But yeah, I think that's why. There's a better way of living here. It's safe. It
is really safe. Yeah.
Everybody here is nice.
I remember when I first came here. Actually, I left my phone in the Dubai Mall on the fountain, in the middle of Dubai Mall, which is obviously the busiest mall in the world, and I couldn't find it. Obviously, I was only here on holiday. Actually, no, it wasn't when I first came. It was 2017 when I first visited, and I left it, and I was panicking. I couldn't find it for like an hour. And then I traced my steps back and I went back to the fountain. It was still there. I was completely shocked. That would never happen in the UK.
In the UK,
absolutely not. It never happened in the UK.
And that's the great thing about living here. You haven't got to worry about losing anything.
Yeah. I don't think I even locked my door. The whole time.
To be fair, I'm not going to give away where I live, but I don't lock my door. I don't lock my door, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I even get out the car and go shopping, come back, and I've left the key in the car.
Yeah, as you leave it in through your aircon.
Yeah,
otherwise it's scorching when you get back in.
But yeah, Dubai is definitely, I think, the place to be at the moment.
It is, and I think the whole world is on that, aren't they? Everyone's jumping on it. We've got so many nationalities, and even in our company, we've got so many nationalities as well, which is fantastic.
I think it's like 21 different nationalities within range now.
Yeah.
So even when it comes down to...
So we can speak any language you want.
Any language you want. When it comes down to speaking to investors and people that are looking to move over from all over the world, there's no restriction on what language we speak. Yeah. There's always going to be someone there for it.
Yeah. Vanessa. She's really good.
So that's another thing as well. So in terms of this 7,000 people moving over, obviously there needs to be places for them to live. Yes. Right? So that's why there's such a high demand of properties, new developments. In terms of an overseas investor, who isn't one of these millionaires, who can't just buy a 15, 20 million dirham villa.
That'd be me.
How would you be able to help them sort of finance a property?
Okay, so I think it depends really. I mean, Dubai, you can finance a property with just about anything, except for a shoe. Like crypto, Bitcoin, I think. Are they still doing Bitcoin? They are still doing Bitcoin. Obviously, there's mortgages, there's cash. I think you can even take a loan out to pay off a property, can't you? Mm. So, there are multiple ways that you can purchase property in Dubai, which I think is why everybody's coming here, especially with the Bitcoin and obviously crypto. But I think for me, if I was to help someone that was investing, which obviously I do daily, It's more finding out what they, even an investor needs to know what they want.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they're buying something that's a personal, like a personal purchase to them. It's something to make money on. So you need to be able to know the areas. You want to know what their return on investment needs to be, and what they want to do with the product. So do they want a holiday home? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, so Dubai Creek, yeah, you can still do holiday homes there, but if you wanted a specific holiday home, I'm not going to put him in Dubai Creek, I'm going to put him in the marina, you know, or Emaar Beachfront or something like that, something by the sea, on the palm. So it's knowing your areas, knowing your return on investment, and building that relationship with them.
Yeah, and it's also that sort of initial financial output as well, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
So I know a lot of developers...
And they need to trust you as well, because, you know, you're coming into another country, you're investing in another country, that's not your country, you need to have someone that you can trust, and that's not going to, you know, mess things up for you.
Exactly. And one of the benefits of obviously investing here as well is you get an investor's visa.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So the investor's visa, you can get a 2-year or a 10-year golden investor's visa, isn't it? So it's, if you spend over 750,000 dirham, you get a 2-year investor's visa. And you don't have to spend that all up front. No. You have to spend a minimum of 50%, and then you can mortgage the rest, you know, and then that's also provides you with a family visa for your wife, your children. Everyone can be covered.
And they're always doing good things. Like it's almost like a promotion with a visa sometimes, isn't it? Because they do these little things. They come out with new things all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, and they make it easier for people as well, because it was only recently that
they help other countries as well. I'm not going to go into any detail, but they've helped a lot of countries escape, you know, and find new ways and new life here.
Exactly. And then the golden visa, you have to spend 2 million.
Yes.
And then you're here for 10 years.
Yes.
You know, so all you need to do is spend 2 million or more.
Yeah.
And you get an investor's visa for 10 years. Yeah. One of the new things that they actually brought out recently as well was, even if you had a property that was purchased below the minimum requirement, let's say of 750,000, if that property is now valued higher, you can register a revaluation with DLD. And if it comes in over that, you get your investor's visa.
Every day's a learning day. I didn't know that.
It's good, isn't it? So anyone who's got a property here that isn't a resident here, they can apply for their residency visa if they revalue their property.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Every day's a school day.
One, actually, Every day's a learning day.
So when it comes down for these investors who don't have the full upfront payment of, let's say, 750,000, and they want to get a mortgage, and they don't live in Dubai, a lot of countries don't allow you to invest or get mortgages out if you're not a resident there, but Dubai do.
Yes.
So if you're an overseas investor, okay, then you can apply for up to 60% mortgage. So you don't have to necessarily step foot in Dubai at all. But you can apply for a mortgage.
You can do it over FaceTime.
You can do it over FaceTime. You can do it over Zoom. And we've got an in-house company called My Mortgage that help you with that as well. So in terms of yourself as an individual, there's a one-stop shop is Range.
So when someone, you know, comes to the country or even lives here and buys off-plan, obviously you can go straight to the developer. You know, it's nice to obviously have an agent to do that for you, but you can purchase it direct. Once they have bought the property, where would you go from then if you wanted to sell after?
As a seller's point of view?
Yeah.
So I would then reach out to a respected, well-known agency who I feel knows the market, knows the product that I have, and I know that they will be able to get me the best and the most money for the product that I have. And then from a buyer's perspective, how they would go about buying a property. So
come to Range,
obviously. But I mean, there's generic routes that everyone's going to use. So you've got the online portals where the majority of people advertise properties. That would probably be my first option for people to go to, especially if you're not familiar with Dubai. Yeah,
my studio was like 5,000, maybe 5,500, because I moved once just to get something slightly bigger. But like that. Now it's like 6,000, 6,500. Even, in fact, I was looking in the same area when me and my husband moved back, and we were looking in the same area, and the prices from downtown to this area, no naming anything, was like the same prices near enough. And it's mind-blowing.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Going off of what you just said, say, at the end of COVID, where prices were really, really low, everyone who purchased during that time, if they still have their investment, has made some form of capital appreciation.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. But now it's sort of the time that they need to make a decision whether or not they want to either resell and make that initial appreciation, or if they want to re-rent it or rent it out for ROI. So ROI is your return on investment.
Either way, they're going to make money.
Yeah, of course.
And significant money. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like a lot, even like in the UK, if you've got a property and you don't do much to it and leave it for 2 years, you're not going to get that much for it. Here, you can leave it someone's going to come in and gut it and make even them more. There's always going to be a way you can make money.
Yeah, and with the UK, for example, the market's very linear, isn't it? It might go up a little bit, it might go down a little bit, but
mostly down.
It's just going to stay that same way.
Yeah.
And I think one of the main reasons why property prices here are on the up is because there's so much space to build new properties.
Yeah.
And there's so many people who are moving over. So it's all about that supply and demand. Yeah. And if you are someone who's looking to move over here, you're always going to have options wherever you want to look. You know, whether it's all the way at one end of Dubai by Deira or all the way at the other end of Dubai by Jebel Ali.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of size, it's not that big, but there's always going to be somewhere that benefits
lifestyle.
You. It's your lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah, so the lifestyle, I think here, it opens up opportunities, doesn't it? It's like you can spend a lot of money in Dubai if you do it wrong, but also you can make a lot of money if you do it right. Yeah. And I think, you know, meeting the people, it's the lifestyle. The nightlife's great, don't know any much about that anymore because I don't go out anymore. But yeah, it's a place of opportunities, isn't it?
I think when I moved here, it's
changed my life.
Yeah, it's absolutely changed my life as well, 100%. If I was to go and try and live the lifestyle I do now back in the UK, it wouldn't happen. I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't do it.
Well, I went back, didn't I, and I came back.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a job for I think it was a week. A real estate job. I went back into real estate. Obviously, I've done it quite a while. Went back in and I sat there and I thought, nope. No. And I left.
It's a completely different work style in the UK, though, as well.
Here, it's nice because you have, if you don't work hard, you're going home, you know? But if you do work hard, it's your own business. You're investing in yourself. You know, obviously, it's a commission-structured company that we work for. Well, most real estate agents are here. But whatever you put in, you're going to get out. Yeah. And if you work really, really hard, you can get a lot out.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the thing. It's a performance-based industry,
100%.
right? And if you're coming over here to live the Dubai lifestyle, the first 6 months to a year, not the right idea.
You need a lot of money.
You need a lot of money to come over here. Because like you said, it is commission only, you know? So it only captivates people that are wanting and willing to do well.
You have to be hardworking. You've got to be driven. The one thing I will say, and I've got to be honest, you know, as much as people sit here and say it's a great lifestyle, blah, 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 yes, it is. But when I first moved to Dubai, I gave up everything to come here. And I was sold a dream. And honestly, it's not as easy. The first year in Dubai is your hardest year you're going to have. And it will make or break you, mentally. And I think, you know, a lot of agencies out there offer people, oh, you're going to make this money, you're going to do this money, no, you're not. You're not straight away. You know, you have to spend at least a month or two building your stock. And then you have to start, you know, knowing your area and being an expert. And then, you know, you've got all these other people that you are in competition with. I mean, how many agents are in Dubai now?
Now?
Yeah.
I think I see something, agents alone, I think it's over 20,000.
Yeah. You know, so, but there's also a lot of bad agents. Yeah. You know, and so out of those 20, I'd probably say to you maybe 5,000 are good. Yep. You know, that's obviously not a statistic, but from experience. Yeah, exactly. Because people come over, they haven't got the experience and they mess it up. Whereas if you come over, even if you haven't got the experience, you can do it, but you just have to knuckle down. Yeah,
and you have to do it, and you have to do it well. Yeah. You know?
It's customer service as well based, and I think that's where people go wrong. Yeah. Because they come in, they think, oh yeah, quick buck, blah, 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 get people in. Because they think it's a fast-paced industry, which it is. You still got to build your rapport with people.
Of course you have. Yeah. And exactly what you just said. The first 6 months to a year, you have to knuckle down. I've always said, this isn't a 9-to-5 job. Okay, no. This isn't a 9-to-5 job. It's a 24-hour job, and you don't get days off. You get time off.
On my business WhatsApp, I'm open 24 hours.
Yeah, so am I.
You know.
Yeah.
And I'm reviewing at 2 a.m.
Exactly. On the weekends, that's when a lot of people aren't at work themselves. So what do they want to do? They want to go and look at properties. Exactly. So you have to make yourself free. You can't rely on working between 9 to 5. If you want to be successful, you have to be available all the time.
Sleep with one eye open.
Sleep with one eye open.
And your phone on loud all the time.
Sleep with your phone next to your ear, literally.
Property phone at 3 a.m. Who's that?
But no, I mean, if that was one thing that I would advise someone to do, is when you come over, you just need to knuckle down hard, mate.
You have. Because it can go wrong. A lot of people I know come out all, you know, expectations, and they're back on a flight in 3 months.
Yeah, and you need to choose the right company to go for.
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah. I've worked with 2 agencies before. The last one, absolutely fine, brilliant. Obviously, my circumstances changed, so I went back home. But the first one, wow. Honestly, you've got to make sure you pick the right agency. If you know, speak to other agents as well. speak to other agents within those companies.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to find out the truth, because the recruiters are going to be like, oh, come, it's lovely.
No, of course. I mean, they're in sales, right? So they're the people that are going to want to bring anyone in.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that...
I wish I had someone to tell me truthfully what it was like to start off with, because then I would have still come over, because obviously it's still a great opportunity and my mindset was to make money, but I wish I'd have been told that it wasn't as swift as it could be. Yeah.
Do you think that specific companies focus on different things, or do you think that the majority of all brokerages...
They have different... I definitely do think they have different views on things. Like, you know, some companies want 20 people to one area on one desk, all fighting for the same stock, calling out, no, your colleague's got that one. And it's number-based. And then I think you've got the companies like ourselves who, you know, we're building our team with really, really quality people. You know, experts within the area, people that have got, you know, the ambition to do it, but also our aim isn't to go massive. We want experts within the areas with enough people to cover and take the market.
And to be able to advise people effectively and professionally.
Exactly.
Wherever they are in the world, living with your husband and your newly born son.
Living with him. I'm joking. No, so I think this time, when I came out to Dubai the first time, obviously I was on my own, like, Kayleigh, but this time I've obviously come back, I've got a husband with me, I've got baby with me. So, you know, I really wanted to come back into work. I can't, like I mentioned earlier, like I lasted a week in a job in Dubai, in the UK. So I had to come back because I had to do it again. And my husband obviously got a job here as well. So it was a great opportunity for us, but things have changed this time. And obviously real estate I've done for 15 years. And at home, I couldn't work full time because obviously the childcare is like astronomical. And here, it's so fast paced. Like, how could a mother ever like keep up with that and being a mom? You need an agency that's going to give you the flexibility, and that's exactly what Range has done. Like what you guys have done, what you've done for me, and that is just it's incredible because I can do my job, I can go home to my son, I can still work obviously at that point, but you know. It's just flexible. Yeah. And that's, I think, what you need, you know? Yeah. So at least my hopes and dreams and my career weren't taken off because I had a child.
And that's another point to sort of focus on is that...
Especially for females, it's harder.
Yeah. And you don't necessarily, for a female, let's say, you don't necessarily have to work 24/7. If you have a child, you have priorities. Yeah. But there's no restriction to do this job.
Yeah, no, there isn't. Yeah. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah, you have to be 100% involved in the job. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, in this role. Yeah. But you still have that flexibility to go home, to look after your children. Yeah.
I mean, you've seen, like, I'm sat working away and I've got my son on my lap. Yeah. You know?
Talking to clients in one ear, son in the other hand.
Yeah. It's multitasking at its finest. Yeah. So, I couldn't thank Range enough.
Well, Kay, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure having a little chat with you.
Me. No, well. Just need to mention something, though, and I want it recorded because it is my birthday. So... I do accept gifts in the form of extra commission.
Okay. Well, we actually have a gift for you back in the office. Okay. Oh, it's a nice big cake.
Okay.
I know you didn't actually attend the office this afternoon because we were here having a lovely chat. But tomorrow morning, first thing, I will make sure that cake is there with everyone to sing you happy birthday.
So they can shove it in my face, which is the tradition at Range. Yeah. I thought I was going to get away with it by not going in today.
Absolutely not. No.
Lovely. Cream on the face. All right. See you tomorrow.
No problem. Okay, guys, well, thank you very much for watching. I will see you very, very soon on our next exciting episode with our next guest.